I'm a banana! I'm a banana! What we have here is a Leslie Locke Saratoga, more commonly referred to as the Evergo banana fan, quote unquote. The only reason we call it banana fan is because of the radial vents in the bottom plate. Kind of shaped like bananas to some people. This was Evergo's answer to the original. In other words, it's a knockoff. It's a copy of the original. However, it's not the worst copy. Blade pitch is 15 degrees. As you can kind of see. 15-degree pitch. And then, because it's Leslie Locke, you get the mutant blades. These scalloped mutant blades. Very, very weird shaped blades. Now you also notice, maybe not notice, but you're about to see, there are two pull chains here. Two pull chains. So, what do? This is a variable speed pull chain. Inside the switch housing is a cardboard box variable speed control, and the chain is driving the knob. Similar to the Emerson friction drives, you have two strands turning a knob in order to operate it, instead of running off a pull chain. It was a matter of convenience. You know, instead of having to reach up for a knob, you just pull on the chain to adjust the speed. And gives you an infinite speeds instead of, 2, 3, or whatever. Now here is where things get weird. Now, you see it there? Yeah, those are windings. And, ooh, you can see through the fan. Yeah. You're probably thinking, oh, wait. It's got an original motor in it. It's got an oil bath motor. Wrong! Why are you wrong? You're wrong because this is not an oil bath fan. No, this uses sealed bearings. What this fan has is a pancake motor. There is no such thing as an oil bath motor. The actual name is pancake. Yes, pancake with a P. The reason we call them pancake motors instead of oil bath is because oil bath is a bearing system, not a motor type. Okay? And then there are oil bath spinners as well, in the cases of Century and Westinghouse in particular. But this is just a pancake motor. Why is it called a pancake? It's called a pancake because the design was derived from the earliest pancake motor desk fans, such as the Emerson Trojan and General Electric's line. Basically in that the motor was relatively thin, but also unusually wide. It's like it was smushed. Kind of sort of like a pancake. And that's what this motor is. It was derived from the earliest desk fans. Earliest AC desk fans, I should say. As you can see, you got the top of the motor. You have two leads coming out because it's a single speed motor with a variable speed control. It's not 2-speed or anything fun like that. So, yeah, the fan came in its box. I thought it was brand new. Turns out it was used in box. But because this was somewhere in Ohio, east of Columbus, and I was coming from Philadelphia, it's kind of, not backing out of it. So, but either way, it's an awesome fan. Like I said, cast iron, has a legit pancake motor in it. Shaded pull. Now, the earliest iteration of the banana fan used an actual oil bath system. It used an oil bath shaded pull pancake motor. Okay. Then they went to sealed bearing shaded pull. Then they went to PSC pancake. Basically, instead of shaded pull, it's PSC, permanent split capacitor. Then they went spinner, okay, which used the same 188mm cast iron motor found in unions, which is pretty powerful, actually. Okay. Then, towards the end, they started using a smaller motor, the same 172-ish millimeter cast aluminum rounded motor found in other Evergos in the early, to mid-80s. And then after 84, I'm pretty sure they discontinued the fan. So, anyway, let's see how this thing does. Pulling on one of the chains all the way towards the end. This is as far as I know, this is the factory setting on the trim pot for the variable speed control, so this is the low that came from the factory. It is adjustable, but this is a normal low. It's a functional low. Pretty normal. Because the blade pitch is 15 degrees, it's already moving a bit of a breeze. And like I said, this fan came used in its box with all the parts and such. It came with 3 different mounting systems. 2 of them are legitimate, the third one is questionable. Came with a J-hook and the standard double claw yoke and bushing, similar to originals. It came with a V-bolt, kind of like Hunter's U-bolt, only V-shaped, and it mounts onto a normal box instead of a joist. Stupid decision by Hunter there, but I digress. The third mounting system was a piece of black iron pipe with a threaded 3/8 inch nippled plate bracket. Alright. Which is threaded in. For some reason, it's noisy. I think it's the canopy. I'm not sure what that is. Buzzy, buzzy, buzz. But anyway, it came with a 3/8 inch plate bracket. Alright. Yeah. Which bolted, like I said, 3/4 inch down rod with a 3/8 inch nipple threaded into it, and then it was tack welded in 4 spots. And then that plate nipple was bolted onto 2 octagon box covers, which then mounted directly to the box. So, stupid mounting system on their part. I want to say that's the canopy buzzing. Might be a little loose. So let's put up a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell how much it's turning because it's a pull chain variable speed. So I'd say that's like a medium low. That's a little bit of a wobble to it. That's not terrible. No, it's all the way high. Turn up a little bit. There, I think that's a medium. Buzzy canopy is buzzy. Anyway, let's go to straight high. Apparently this motor is rated for 2.6 or 2.7 amps, I forget exactly, but for some dumb reason there's no tag on the motor. It may have been removed, I'm not sure. Now, this fan is actually pretty slow. Compared to the original, this is noticeably slower. And yet, with those mutant blades, those wide mutant blades, it's actually moving a pretty respectable amount of air, all things considered. I want to say RPM-wise it's doing about 160. I'm not sure if maybe if it had a shallower pitch, maybe it would run a little faster, but So yeah, the pancake bananas are... The pancake bananas are relatively, or they're slower than average. Yet they still move the air because of the pitch. Now I'll turn it off. As far as original knockoffs go, there are not very many which actually use pancake motors. The only ones that I know of are this fan made by Evergo and the Classic Fan Company, which made oil bath pancakes better than Hunter themselves at the time. Most were cheap spinners, pretty much. Oh, there was another one. There was the Commander Electric Company, which offered originals. Not originals, but knockoffs. What's interesting with them, though, is that they used the same factory in Taiwan as Hunter did for their originals. They just used a slightly different bottom plate, so really, they're the same bloody thing. And yeah, that's right. Hunter had started actually outsourcing their production to Taiwan in the mid to late 70s. Yet they were assembled in the USA and the motors were wound in the USA, so they got that made in USA. But it's bullshit. Okay? They were not 100% American. They stopped being that way in the mid 70s. Most people think, oh, 2002 is when they moved all production to Taiwan, but nope, happened much sooner. You just don't realize it. Now, interesting here, though, is like the R&M originals. Come on. They moan. They have a very deep startup moan. Some R&M originals have this as well, but I haven't actually seen one with it in a while, because all of my other ones are pretty quiet. They just have a bit of a hum, per usual. So, turning it off again. Since you already saw coast, already saw the spin down, I'm not going to bother doing it again. And there you have it. A pancake motor Leslie Locke Evergo quote-unquote banana fan.